I'm so tired. Oh, we're
You're
live.
knocking, but we can't come in.
Hey, what's up,
TJ?
AJ? Hope you in soon. Rest in peace, Iron Sheik. Let us know when you're here, baby.
Well, this episode is starting out deader than the Iron Sheik. Welcome to episode 200. AJ's appearance may or may not be brought to you by Dubby. Let's see how fired up he is.
Oh, no, I'm very fired up. I've been stuck in traffic all day long. Thank God I got my Dubby with me. If I didn't, as a matter of fact, I want to show you something.
I'm going to show you, I'm not lying to you.
When I travel, there's only one thing that comes with me.
Dubby in diapers.
Dubby.
Oh, shit. Hold on. We almost missed it. Calio
Dubby
cream.
is always with me. Calio cream, baby. That's I got stuck in traffic, freaking accidents on the highway.
Go to w.gg, use code FANSWORKING, and you will not be caught in traffic. You will get 10%. And we're celebrating episode 200, but I think we got to start with talking about the obvious news that happened this week, and that's the death of the Iron Sheik.
Hey, did you wrestle Sheik?
I have never wrestled Sheik. That's and I'm glad I never wrestled Sheik.
Stretched your ass.
That man is a legitimate badass. When you said the biggest news this week, though, I thought you were going to be talking about the death of the gambler, Florida independent wrestler.
No. Shout out to the gambler, though, and his family.
No, Iron Sheik is one of the biggest matches we can remember from our childhood. Is Hulk Hogan versus the Iron Sheik and Madison Square Garden when Hogan gets out of the camel clutch and wins and beats Iron Sheik. If that's not one of the most iconic moments from our childhood, I don't know what is.
Yeah, I mean, that Sheik victory over Backlund right before that, too, with the towel, it really signified the end of that era. Like, even though that was in 83, December of 83, that felt like the end of the 70s, you know? And then when, like, basically not even a month later, I want to say like 3 weeks later, when Hogan beat Sheik with that leg drop, that's the beginning of the new era in days. And Sheik really is that guy that bridges both of that.
After Backlund, after the towel got thrown in, Dave went out and burned all of his bell bottoms.
I was sick.
All of them.
I was sick. Hey, and I mean, then the feud with Sergeant Slaughter. I mean, you know, that was pretty big back in the day, too.
Even when he beat, if you remember, with the loaded boot, when him and Nikolai Volkov won the tag title.
Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda.
Yeah, how heartbreaking was that as a young child for the U.S. Express to lose the belts with that loaded boot?
Yeah, he was iconic. And I mean, I remember having this action doll where the big rubber dolls where I was always a little upset they weren't action figures when I was a kid. I couldn't do much with them, but I tried.
No, they were tremendous. You could always do a good hip toss.
Good hip toss, you know. I was doing the stunner back then. I didn't even know it was the stunner. I was coming up with
remember the old wrestling saying. I went through this when I was in training. Good heels take beals.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, figure of the Iron Sheik back when it was still safe to hate Iranians. Guys, when we started this podcast on September 26, 2019, did you ever imagine we would have made it to 200 episodes?
Man, I thought we were going to get rich off of this already. I was like, episode 100. I'm like, back up the money truck, baby. Where's that house?
I'm impressed that we're all still here 200 episodes into it.
My heart was racing a little this morning. If it makes you feel better, I don't know what that was about. I just called it.
I'll tell you what, if you got rid of that other stimulant that you're taking and replaced it with Dubby, your heart wouldn't race and you'd get clean energy.
Yeah, I know. I like the jitters, though.
It's funny, though. Since we've started the podcast, the way we've done things has morphed at different times. I mean, we survived COVID, and we go through these, like, it seems like these phases. Like, we did the 531 heavy for a while. Then we were doing the wrestling news of the week. We did the updates of shows, but like we found that when we're talking wrestling, it almost works better for us than any specific type of recap.
Yeah.
People people love talking wrestling. It's like being in the old days, sitting down with your friends, because that's what we are. Not just friends with each other, but friends to all of our fans, except for Randy Osga. And
Randy's going to be hurt by that. You take your words back.
Now, wait a minute. That's because Randy's more like a brother. Now
oh, he's family now. Upgrade.
Exactly. But it's one of those things where it takes us back and makes us feel like we're kids again, and just talking shit and talking about our favorite wrestling matches, what's right, what's wrong.
Well,
I know.
Speaking of Randy Osga, he did have a question this week, and we're just riffing on wrestling. AJ, did you see the Adam Cole MJF segment?
No, I did not. Oh, wait a minute. Adam Cole and MJF. Yes. Sorry. For some reason, I thought you said Michael Cole. That's why I was like, what? Yeah. I definitely saw Adam Cole and MJF.
What did you think of that segment?
I thought it was very well done. Both of them brought what are truths in the magazines. And by saying that, I mean things that we believe to be true due to the fact that it's everywhere on the internet now. Right. And they both hit what you would think would be below the belt, but it was good. It was well done. Both of them are great.
Yeah, I agree with most of that. There was a couple of times where I thought MJF, when he was going in on Cole being frail and everything, there was a part of me that's like, this doesn't feel like we're really building up our challenger too well. But Cole gets a chance to go back at him with the drug test innuendo and all that stuff. So I think it's just the way they do promo battles now. If
he had talked about him being frail and then that was it, then I would 100% agree with you, because you always want to build up your opponent. But Adam Cole came back with, real original, great shot. And then talked about how prestigious and how many wins he's had and the great matches he's had. So he had a chance to defend himself and to rebuild himself up.
Yeah. I mean, if he wasn't a good talker, it might have been an issue, but
I mean, for Christ's sakes, he just got done wrestling Jungle Boy, Darby Allin, and Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara is the only one with muscle.
Now, AJ, I know you didn't miss our big announcement in the Brian R. Solomon interview we just did, but July 1st, Northeast Wrestling coming to Jewett City. We are not on commentary, but we are bringing wrestling author Brian R. Solomon is going to be sitting at the Working Fans podcast table, selling his books. Come on down, meet him. You won't get to hear us talk shit on commentary, but you get to hear us talk shit live, and that might be even better.
You can hear us.
Up here. Hold on a second.
Wait a minute.
I didn't say we weren't doing commentary. I ain't throwing this towel yet. I got a couple kids at the high school I may know. We may be doing commentary.
Absolutely.
Hold on a second.
I know some young boys. He doesn't know them directly.
What are you fucking Owen Hart's? What are you, Brett's mom? You're throwing the towel in? Jesus Christ. Even if we don't have a camera, come down. We'll do commentary live for you.
Yeah,
you can sit in front of us.
I don't give a fuck.
You can sit at the table and listen to us call it.
Mm-hmm.
I like that AJ's taking the reins on this. We do still have a couple emails out. We are hoping to get something recorded, but if not, we have a wrestling author. He just did the Sheik book. He just released Superheroes, the history of a pop culture phenomenon from Ant-Man to Zorro. He is working on a Gorilla Monsoon book. This guy, he worked on WWF Magazine, part of the Arcadian Vanguard podcast network. This is the second wrestling show we're going to work, guys. Will it be better than the first one?
Well, first off, yes, because everything's got to get bigger and better.
Next.
Hold on, AJ, hold on. And I just want to point out, getting Brian Sullivan was a real coup. Joe pulled that off. He's a big-time author. He's a huge fan. You got to talk to that. But that would be enough for most people. But it's not enough for us. We're going to get to do commentary. We're not giving up. We're not throwing the towel. So I know what Joe was ready to say is we got a busy day that day, and we can't wait. Go ahead, AJ.
Dude, first of all, Brian R. Solomon is one of the most knowledgeable wrestling minds in the world. His books, if you haven't read them, get yourself them, get a copy, read them. if you haven't bought them yet, come to our table. I'm sure he'll be selling them, signing them.
The links are actually in the interview we did with him. I posted the links for comic books, Blood and Fire. AJ, you're a fan of old school wrestling, so I think you would like the book about the original Sheik.
I'm so old school, I don't even know how to use a link. I'm going to get the hard copy from him directly. If you come down and come to the table, not only will he sign for you, but the three of us schmucks will sign for you also.
We won't sign your book. We might have like a
no, not your
flyer
book.
or something.
No, not the book. We're going to sign you.
Oh, wow.
Bring bear skin. I'll bring the Sharpie.
Above the age of 18.
Yes.
The words of AJ Strange Brew do not reflect the Working Fans podcast.
You either have to be over 18 or your parents got to be with you.
What? No. I think we're getting into dangerous territory here, but you're seeing the three personalities that go behind this podcast.
We might have Cheveroni there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we pulled him out to Pistol Pete's. I'll be damned if
Woo!
he doesn't come down to the carnival.
My biggest fear is that he'll pull out his Pistol Pete. Folks, do not bring your kids to the table if that
I don't
happens.
know if he can pass a piss test, but he'll be there. I hope they don't make us do that. I know some of us are in trouble.
There's a reason why we call him Cocaine Chevy.
Oh, jeez.
Won't be me. I drive a truck for a living.
This is one of those things that, you know, the podcast, I think, has survived because we do have three different personalities. We look at things different ways, but we're always able to find like the middle ground. And there have been times where I've been ready to shut down the studio. Dave keeps it open. AJ revives us with new ideas. He, you know, where me and Dave are a little more straightforward, AJ will be that over the top.
I'm just a personality, folks. I'm a pretty face and a personality. I bring the thunder. These two guys are the lifeline of the podcast. Do not let them fool you. They're trying.
I'm anxiety and nerves. Plus, I'll start an argument. I don't know why. Dave is like I don't know. I don't know if it's just since Dave got a family, but he's the calming presence. He's like, hey, you gonna leave that light on? You gonna shut the fuck up?
I can't believe he was finally able to rent a family. This is fantastic.
It's all about being unselfish. It's all about, knowing when to make your move and when to lay back. And right now, I'm going to lay back because I got to take care of family business tonight. But you guys are going to the same place.
Masters of Puppets.
Woo! First of all, I am a little known fact. I am a huge Psych fan. The TV show Psych, I go nuts for it. It is one of the funniest things. They have always had references to wrestling in it. Now, James Roday Rodriguez has produced a play and written a play that revolves around wrestling and is starring Kurt Fuller, who was Woody on Psych. But those of you who are wrestling fans, he was the bad guy manager in Dave's favorite movie of all the time, No Holds Barred.
Ghostbusters 2, character actor. The play only runs till Sunday, so we are getting in at the finishing line. Brian R. Solomon talked highly of it, so I'm very excited for this.
He actually said there's a character name, I want to say Randy Days.
Rainy Days.
What is it?
Rainy Days.
Rainy Days. Okay, well, he's saying he's clearly Michael P.S. Hayes when you get there. So we'll have to see.
I am in the front row.
Oh.
My tickets are literally. If you guys, if you're going to the show, guys, and you see me or producer Joe, please stop over, say hi to us. That's
we will be very mystified that you know us, but we are happy to meet anybody.
I will be in shock if this comes to fruition, but come over, say hi. I'll give you a high five. I'll sign you on your forehead. It'll be great.
Nice.
You know what he's gonna have in his pocket?
That's just a Sharpie. I'm not happy to see you. And a little dummy baby.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Get it out.
Oh shit, he's about to mainline it in the car. Let's watch him do it. Well, you guys can see this is a free-flowing episode. What has been catching your eye lately in wrestling? Because I bought the New Japan All Japan Noah 3-way like pay-per-view that was on today. Haven't watched it yet, but I'm excited about that because it's not too often big companies will come together.
First of all, the only thing catching Dave's eye is Tiffany Stratton.
What is AJ legit? What is your favorite thing to watch right now? Right, I'm not talking about company, just whatever. What's your favorite storyline or wrestler? Who's got your attention?
Well, last week Rampage was on fire, but overall, right now, my favorite thing to watch. God, I love NXT right now.
Yeah.
Other than Tiffany Stratton, I absolutely love NXT. The fact that Braun Breaker is challenging freaking Seth Rollins, that's freaking incredible.
Yeah. For me, it's the bloodline stuff, but I think part of that is because I think AJ will tell you the bloodline stuff mainly happens on SmackDown on Fridays, and AJ doesn't get to really sit there and get to enjoy wrestling on Fridays. A lot of times he has to fast forward through stuff, and but me, like I'm watching that live almost all the time, and so I don't miss a bit of it, and the depth that the characters are.
The depth of the characters is phenomenal.
Yeah.
The what they're doing with the Usos, we don't even know what's going to happen this week. I loved Paul Heyman this week when he said, "Hey, I'm going to give you a spoiler. I know what Jay's doing. He's going with his brother. He's going with Solo."
Right.
That's absolutely incredible.
Yeah. Well, I think it's got to be Jay and Jimmy, but at this point, you never really know.
Yeah, they already swerved us. If we thought somebody was going to have a backbone and stand up to Roman, we thought it was going to be Jay. No, we never thought it was going to be Jimmy.
But I know one thing. I'll be watching that live by myself tonight because you two will be at Master of Puppets.
Yeah, I think it would be rude if I was doing my YouTube TV while at the play.
I mean, maybe if you had headphones and kind of didn't keep the screen up, but you can't be rude. Like, this is the first play I think I've been to since I was in high school. So I'm interesting to see how it's going to play out in front of us. AJ, you seem to go to a lot of plays.
I do. I went to 6 at the play 6 about Henry VIII's 6 ex-wives at the Providence Performing Arts Center a few weeks ago with my daughter Morgan. I go to a lot of plays, so I'm very excited for this.
You went to a play about 6 ex-wives, and you're like, God, can I just get one, please?
Yes, that's luckily I can say that because she'll never watch this, but absolutely.
It's that family support that keeps us going. That's why we joke so openly about it here, because it's like it is going into the void. But
well, people ask me, like, what's the best thing when you do comedy? And I always tell them it's the fact that I know my wife won't be there.
Well, guys, I don't know really what else to talk about for episode 200. We covered the Sheik. We got the Brian Solomon announcement. Oh, we got comments that I am not addressing. Let's click this tab over here. Randy Osga in the house. Randy, will you be going to Northeast Wrestling in Jewett City? It is the same day as Money in the Bank, though. I want to let you guys know that. And Dave's got a big bread day, so he is just fucked all around.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Are you suggesting that watching Money in the Bank would be better than meeting us and Brian R. Solomon? You, sir, are insane.
AJ, that's an anniversary day.
It's my anniversary.
Oh, wow. So AJ might be in a tougher spot than Dave here.
Oh, no, I'm coming.
Well, it's your anniversary. Yeah, we know you are. You ain't got to air your stuff publicly.
Yeah, that's I'll put her in the car and tell her I'm taking her to a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Any matches announced yet for NEW? No. We are hoping to hear some soon. Privately, we know of a couple of appearances, and we're going to be lining up some interviews in the coming weeks. So keep an eye on our social media. Keep an eye on Northeast Wrestling.
Yeah.
El Hijo del Vikingo is actually going to be at Northeast Wrestling tonight in, I believe, Waterbury or...
It is. It's in Waterbury. It's in Waterbury at the PAL Center.
But yeah, that's going to be big. And I'm sure after that show, more will come out about the Jewett City show. We'll see if our logo got on the poster.
If I wasn't going to Brantford, that's where I was going to go tonight.
I know. I mentioned it to Scott. I'm like, God damn. Like, Scott just met Vikingo last weekend at GCW in Atlantic City.
Dave first met Vikingo when he was about 22. Oh, wait a minute. That's different.
Good man. You know who's else is the good man?
Vinny Bay.
Read about the Northern Wrestling Federation in the book presented by Russellville.com, The Pro Wrestling Vault, Volume 2. Hear the story of Roger Ruffin, the man who trained Carl Anderson, the Monster Abyss, Jordan Clearwater, Chris Harris, and Jillian Hall.
Plus 45 other short stories, including Jazz, Bobby Eaton, Kamala, Thunder Rosa, Mario Mancini, Scott Casey, PJ Black, Kerry Morton, Sal Renaro, Jeremiah Plunkett, Colby Carino, Bam Bam Malone, and many others.
Get your book today at Russellville.com. Russellville.